Ooh, the volume adjustment right there. There we go. Happy Wednesday. Lights are on. Put the little light on me and everything. And I hope we got everything ready to go. I think we do. I think we're up and rolling. How about let's roll the show? Let's roll the open. Let's try that first. Let's get this thing on the road here on a Wednesday. Roll it in 3, 2, 1. I don't think that played. I don't think. I don't think. I'm waiting to see if it did play. Oh, it did play. What? It's bizarre. I am not hearing my jams. I'm not hearing what I'm doing. It's bizarre. I'm not sure why. I'm not even hearing. I wonder. I wonder if I've got one of the settings. Let's see. Audio settings, speaker. I wonder if I've got this. Well, it looks like I've got it all okay. I just don't know. Remember, I had that issue on Wednesday or Monday, right? I had a Monday. I don't know. I had an issue on Monday with the audio, and I thought it was rolling okay, but apparently, I mean, you're hearing me, which is good, but I don't know if I'm going to try one more thing for it because I can't hear my mom right now, so something is amiss. I wonder if I just do this. I don't know why it would do this, but let's see, speakers. Yeah, I got it fixed. Now I've got it fixed. I fixed it. It's a little thing, but it's a big thing. But I got it fixed. Okay. Glad you're along. Happy Wednesday. Busy news day. I mean, on a normal day, you'd probably be talking about the Rockets trade and Texas Tech basketball and but you got an impeachment. Oh well, we'll get to that in a moment. Let's first off go to our I don't know why everything's just going slot machine here. Let's get rolling. Mom standing by as she rolls the first segment for us. And here we go in 3, 2, 1 with Mom. Mom, are you ready? Let's go. Kind of a little frozen there. The video's kind of wonky. Our internet, it's our internet's 1970s internet. We didn't even have internet back then. That's how bad internet is. Hello, Mom. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I didn't hear you for a moment. Now I do, so it's all good. I
wasn't talking.
No. A minute ago. I know when you're on, and I did not hear your audio, and I didn't hear my audio a while ago either. But I realized it's user error. I got a major thing to do next Thursday, like a major deal, and I can't even pull this off. So, thus the angst in my thought process, because I'm thinking, boy, if I can't even pull a basic thing on a Wednesday with no one watching, I'm in trouble next Thursday in Kansas. Not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow. But anyway, but what it was, Mom, there's a little. It's like door A, door B. But instead of saying door A and saying door B, it says door A and then door A dash something else, and that's it. It's just kind of funny label. Anyway, glad you're doing well, Mom. All good.
Yes, all good. I spent 4 hours on a Zoom. Supposedly, it's a real. I think I said it's a Franklin Covey 5 choices for productivity. So we're on choice 2, 3 tomorrow, but it's 4 hours this afternoon and 4 hours tomorrow. It's very laborious. But anyway, I think it's supposed to increase my productivity as the leader of a nonprofit. I have no clue. So far, I'm like bored to tears, but I'm trying to be open-minded about it. So there you go. So
that's what you got to do.
That was from 1 to 5. So I'm a little, I was so stiff I couldn't get up, and we could gotten up and walked around because it's a Zoom meeting and we could still hear it all. But anyway, so that's my woe for the day.
Well, that is a whoa. I mean, it's a whoa.
Yeah, whoa,
Whoa.
yes, and but the local foundation sponsored it, and they limited to I think 25 people for the morning session and 25 for the afternoon. So only 50 people in the area get to participate, and three of our council on aging, the CEO and the CFO, and then me as the board president are participating, and so I don't, good grief, at my age, I'm not sure if I can improve on my productivity much more because it's not, I'm pretty non-productive, so there you go.
Well, there is that. So
Yeah.
there's that. There's that.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you had a pretty good time with my brother the other day. I guess it was Sunday or Monday.
Sunday he came up. Let's see. Yeah, Sunday he came over and we watched football and had BW3s and
solid wing, best franchise wing out there. I think it's even.
Yeah.
I think it's.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy, but it's the first chain, even though it's locally owned by people I know.
Yeah, franchisee, right?
Yeah, but that I've eaten in the last year. So there you go. I've had no
McDonald's. I think it's the best wing. Although, if I wasn't a fat kid, I would probably say Hooters wings that with the breaded wings. But of the non-breaded, I would think that that's right up that they're up there. That's pretty good stuff. Well,
there's one in that same area that you like that we go to, and it's South Bend, Mishawaka, Elkhart County. What is that? It's right. It's close to the house.
Wings, etc.
Yeah, wings, etc. So that one is okay. I don't usually get wings but I got a wrap Sunday, and that was kind of cool. And in fact, you're going to laugh. I'm eating the other half of the wrap right now.
There you go. Well, you got nothing like a little salmonella sandwich on a Wednesday, huh?
That's right. That's right. So, and chips and salsa. So there you go. Because I had breakfast about 9:30, so I wasn't hungry for lunch. But by the time I got off that Covey thing, I was like, oh, starving Marvin. So there you go. So yeah, things are okay. It's still cold, and it hadn't snowed since maybe a week or so, but we've still got snow scattered around on the ground, and that's pretty much it, I guess. So I'll go on the other side so you can carry on.
All right, we'll see you, Mom. Love you too. There she goes, Mom from Indiana. Right there is she joins us live right there, and. All righty, this little chat with Mom. It's part of a show. It can vary. Something like that, something very simple, very inside, very for a lot of you folks probably no big deal. Then sometimes there's really some really hot sports and hot life opinions in there, so it kind of gets mixed in there. But always good to have Mom start us off. Is the news feed just pounding me here with. I got to get this Google. I mean, Google has some pluses, but for some reason they assume that I don't read either. And here's the deal: Twitter is really good for this, because if you're following news, and I follow basically three cities, 2 countries, 3 different areas, pretty much exclusively. In Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth, Lubbock. Well, I guess we'll throw that in there too. So, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, Lubbock, Kansas City Metro, and then of course Australia, Perth, and then and then also looking across the country in Sydney, Melbourne, other all across Australia. So there's always my news feeds, but Google decides that I need the morning news, and I've already kind of seen what I want to see in the morning news, which is the sports. I don't really want to see much else in the news these days. And then It'll fire off some Kansas City stuff that I probably have already seen too, because Twitter, you're able to go right on your Twitter feed and kind of go, okay, well, like that's a story, I want to read. Skip that one, and you can kind of highlight what you want. It's kind of like it takes all the news, puts it in one news feed, and your Twitter followers, your people you're following, boom, 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 as opposed to bouncing from site to site. And but for some reason, Google keeps pounding my computer screen with, oh, by the way, did you miss this? Anyway, all right. Glad you guys are along Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're doing well. 61 degrees at the big airport in the DFW. Not a lot today, although I do want to dive into something we've been doing here. We had some more success last night. We've got a pretty long success streak going, what we're doing in our kitchen. I'll get to that in a moment. Wrap up from Monday's college football game, Alabama. I was wrong. I thought Ohio State would stay within a touchdown and a half, but 7.5, 8 points, but didn't work out for them. Alabama's just that good. They play a different brand of football. Having watched what I have to watch from Lubbock, Texas Tech is, I shouldn't say never, because that's giving up. Tech's misguided. You can succeed in sport at any level, at any school, if you really have the right culture. For example, Texas Tech basketball and baseball culture, very good. Football, meh. Alabama, obviously, their football culture is phenomenal. Their basketball is kind of hit or miss. And granted, they put so much effort in their football. It's kind of like Kansas basketball. So much effort goes into the hoops. Football kind of scuffles. The point is, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do with the right culture, and that's when you're always going to win every year. But Alabama's playing a different game, and watching that, and watching what I watch from Tech every weekend, and not the Big 12, but just Texas Tech in general. Because Oklahoma, I think it was better. Oklahoma was probably top 4 when the season ended than they were in the beginning. A&M, of course, they lost to Alabama, but they were finished top 4 in the SEC. But my knee jerks from the week, from Monday, were, hey, Alabama's just that freaking good. I mean, they've got, they got guys. They have 4 deep. Take their 4 best receivers, and they'd be the number 1 receiver in any other school in the country. But their number 2, 3, their 2, 3, 4, 5 guys would be number 1 anywhere else. Their number 1 guy obviously wins the Heisman Trophy, and I guarantee you those other 2 frontline guys are going to be top, 2nd, 3rd round picks in the NFL, are going to be pretty daggone good players on Sunday as well. They just played a different game this year in a strange COVID year. Sure, in a normal year, who knows? But even this team is exceptionally good in a COVID year, and I think they would have probably been exceptionally good in a non-COVID year. I mean, although LSU's team last year is pretty daggum good too. But again, watching Red Raider football for me, or the average run-of-the-mill, give me 2 teams in the Big Ten that aren't top 10 caliber. So give me a random Illinois game versus, let's say, Michigan State this year. It's a different, you're not even watching the same game. It's not the same type. They're just not the same. What's up there, Keith? How you doing, buddy? Sorry, I didn't see you jump on the screen there, my friend. Hope you're doing well. I thought about you too. I had a message from a fan in Australia, and I thought you might be the guy, but then I actually realized that I actually had the 2 cards. I had an Australian baseball fan who follows me over there, was looking for some Railcat cards, and I know you're a card collecting, donating guy. I mean, you got plenty of them, and they're up in the Chicagoland area. But it was the Lars card from the 16th season, my final year there, and the 17 season for Colin Willis. Willis signed late in the 16th season, and I handled his travel and coming in and out of Chicagoland. I actually lived there, so I didn't handle his contract and all that before I went to Kansas City. But Colin plays over in Australia as well. Lars did. This guy's bid is, and it's kind of cool, Keith, he collects every card of every player that's played in the Australian Baseball League, and he is, gets all the independent guys. That's the real hard one sometimes to get. Those are hard to find sometimes. But I did have those cards, I believe, in my possession here in the house. But if not, I may be reaching out to you. But I know the Lars card I had, and I'm pretty sure the Willis card I have as well. But I will take it over to Australia when I go later on this spring. At some point, I don't know when that's going to happen. I've got to work on that. But anyway, but all good. Yeah, Keith, I thought about I almost said I know the guy for you, but I looked at my drawer and I thought, you know what? And I have several little keepsakes I set aside that I don't really post them on the wall, but that pack, one of those pack of cards, the 16 I believe had, or was it 15? One of them I had a card in there. So anyway, plus I know Chomps Kerr, but I think I've got him, Keith. If not, I'll be reaching out to you. So that was, but yeah, my thought about Monday was just a different brand of football. You know, what you're watching, the eye test tells you that they're really, I mean, Ohio State's really, really good, but Alabama's another world this year. And everybody else is playing second, third, fourth, fifth. I mean, it's just it's a jumbled up group of folks that are third, fourth, fifth. I mean, A&M's fourth, but I mean, are they any better than Oklahoma or Florida? They beat Florida, so I guess that's. I mean, you see the point I'm making. They're all it's Alabama and everybody else, and clearly evident. Although there's some really good players on all those teams, but anyway, yeah, you didn't see that one coming. Yeah, it was a Lars card and a Connor Willis card from the Australian baseball or from the Railcats. This guy collects again. He collects the cards of the guys who play in the ABL. There's not many ABL packs. They used to do an Australian Baseball League pack at one time, and they've not done it in a while. Now, back in the 90s when you had some of the big leaguers going over to play and even future big leaguers, they had a pretty good Australian Baseball League set. But they, the Dave Nielsen's of the world, for example, the manager of Team Australia, former Brewer, would have a whole bunch of cards. My mate Simon Isons, who had a birthday over the weekend, has a bunch of cards in those Australian Baseball League sets. But yeah, I didn't see that one coming, huh? It was definitely a sorry about that, wrong one. Anyway, glad you guys are along on a Wednesday. I'm not going to touch a lot on this because we do get derailed sometimes into talk about politics. It is news. The first thing that I think is odd, and I've heard this story, so I can confirm that what I saw in the newspaper actually happened to somebody I know, and I'll get to that first. The COVID vaccines, of course, those are going on right now throughout the United States. My friends in Australia will have theirs starting in Feb 1, I believe, or around that time. But the U.S., I believe, we're now in week 5 or 6? We that far along? Week 5? What was it? 1st of December, right? End of November, 1st of December. We're about week 6-ish. I know we're far along that my sister and my sister-in-law both have had double doses. It was a 2-dose deal. They've had both of them. So, but I heard this, and I kind of didn't think much about it, but about a week ago, I heard that there was a situation where somebody was getting sent a link to the COVID. What they're doing is you get the COVID link. If you got to apply for the vaccine because you have to hit, they're doing it in priorities, right? Over 75, health risk, all those different things. And they've got them all, and you apply and they go in that pecking order, which I totally get, folks, first responders, healthcare workers, teachers, whatever. There's a pecking order. It's almost like a point system. I get it. I totally agree. I think it's the right way to do it. Well, anyway, somebody I knew who was around my age, pretty good health, as far as I know, makes pretty good cash, didn't really fit the criteria necessarily, but for some reason got mistakenly sent the vaccine link via email and got the vaccine. There was some confusion there. They're like, well, they looked at the guy's resume going, well, you don't, or his healthcare questionnaire, go, well, you don't really fit the 75 and older and diabetic, but he went in and got it anyway because he had the email. And well, anyway, what people are doing, and this happened in Dallas over the last couple of days, they're sending these multiple links out to these emails. These emails come with links, and you just go to your link, put your details in there, boom, they'll send you back a response, and you're in line, your person number, whatever, on this day, on the 17th or whatever. Well, what was happening is the dog comes in and says, hello, buddy, how you doing? Come on in. How you doing, bud? You want to say hi? No, oh, he's smelling Dad's bag from his bag from his work. Okay, all right. Didn't want to say too much. I had my lunch and I had my soy that I took with me, soy sauce, to a little bit left, and it's in a bag. I can take it downstairs when I'm done. Anyway, he smelled that. But anyway, oh, you're getting your shot on Friday, yeah. Well, anyway, what they're doing, Mom, is people are getting these links and they're forwarding to friends. So let's say Mom gets a link and she forwards it to a couple of her mates who haven't gotten one yet. And oh, here's the link. This will get you on the list. And that's what. And so there was some reason people were actually going and registering to the link to get vaccinated, but yet they weren't hearing back. And it was like, well, the system was overloaded because people were taking the link and sharing it. And I don't know how they didn't think about this, but apparently folks were just like you would share an email, or let's say you get a coupon that's good for 2 for 1 at whatever, and you forward it to a friend of yours who wants to get the same deal. I mean, it's kind of the same, but this was just a link to get in line, and that was happening. So the system got really jammed this week. It wasn't moving. It was just like clogged. And that's because folks, so they've since fixed that, and they believe, and they'll be, oh, there's a dog. So hopefully they'll be able to clear some of the backlog out and get going again. But I believe I read that Australia believes they'll do 3 million a month. Is that what I think I read is what they were hoping for? I thought that was correct. And that was an ambitious plan, though. I think the U.S. is, I don't know what is our total. I haven't seen the vaccination total, but is it that many? I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I thought it was interesting to see that was happening because people were like, we're not hearing back, and that's the reason why. So anyway, all right, that was our number one. I got to get number 2, and then I'll get to the good stuff because I want to get it out of the way. Once in a while, we have to draw ourselves off sides of political talk, and it's that case again. Impeachment today. Yeah, where were you? You've not been watching the news? My wife just joins the show from down the hallway. He got impeached again today, babe. Well, welcome to 2021. Impeached again. House votes to make Trump the first U.S. president to be impeached twice. Now, when this will happen, the timeline. I don't want to. Hello, sir. The dog's back again. But I don't have anything. I don't have any snacks. Don't have snacks, mate. Come here. Say hello to everybody. Hey, look at me. Hello, folks. There he is. There's Max. I think he heard me say peach. I think he thought I said peach, like snacks or something. Oh, I said snacks. He turns around and looks right at me like, what are you talking about, Willis? Anyway, yeah. Okay. There's a lot of questions about when it's going to happen and all this. And 80% of the Americans, at least in the local Americans, let's just put this one, the ABC affiliate, for example, just said they support it. And, I guess maybe I'm on the fence. Does he deserve it? Yeah. Do I care? Meh. I mean, do I want him to go ahead and go forward and pass an economic stimulus? I want him to go ahead and go forward and kind of get this thing going again. Let's see if we can heal a bit. I don't know if that's the right way. Again, it's not going to move my needle one way or the other if you want to destroy the man. I mean, and when I guess my thinking is coming from a more spiritual place where, what are you doing, buddy? What's going on? What's all of that about? Oh, he's like, we're on the air and he's just running around like crazy, man.
You gonna get daddy?
Yeah. And I guess this is a very good question. And this is where I'm coming from. This is where I was going. There's a lot of issues and questions about it and what you want to do. I mean, when is it going to happen? I saw, for example, the mayor of New York, de Blasio, is all excited, but not excited, but he's going to block some business dealings and all this stuff. I'm like, the dog must attack the cat. But this is what I'm talking about. This goes back to remember last week when University of Texas paid off their football coach at the time $25 million to go away. They had $25 million just laying around, a stack of $25 million bucks, and just passed it out as if, go away, take your assistant coaches with you and be done. In a pandemic, where I just read an article about Las Vegas, for example. Las Vegas this week usually is the Consumer Electronics Show. It's their biggest show in Vegas every year, and that's saying a lot because Vegas has huge shows anyway. So you got Las Vegas with this. I think Las Vegas unemployment rate was just under 12. It's 11.8%, I believe, is what I read in the article. The service, it goes, Vegas is a very service, hospitality. It's disposable income city. People go there to blow their vacation money. That's what they go there for. It's not just to gamble. It's for all the things: gambling, hotels, restaurants, entertainment, all that. And this Consumer Electronics Show, the staggering fee, I want to say they brought in $262 million in the economy just that last year's 1 week they went. I remember my brother went a couple years ago for it, my younger brother Chris, and it was an amazing show. He said, I've been to conventions out there for the Major League, or not Major League Baseball, the baseball winter meetings out there, and it's a big deal as well. But Las Vegas is losing their tail financially. I mean, you've got people, 12% of their people, or 11.8% are unemployed. It doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. So my point is, Keith, I'm with you there, and I guess that's where I'm coming from. Yeah, he deserves to be impeached. Yeah, it's been a mess. But like I keep telling you guys, if your leaders, quote unquote, are who you worship, are politicians and whatnot, well, you got some problems. We all get problems. Number two, do we want to waste? Is that the money we want to be wasting? Because we waste so much money on this. Can we just go forward and pass some stuff to help the folks out? I mean, is the money that the waste of time they're going to spend half a day? And what I understand why President-elect Biden's going to have them spend half a day doing the trial and half a day doing nominations, supposedly the people's business or whatever. But again, we waste so much money. The University of Texas wasted $25 million to buy a football coach out. I mean, I'll tell you what, you impeach him, but let's pass the stimulus first. Let's help the people out. Then when you get that done, it's like my list of stuff. Here's my list of things today, right? And they're all on here. Now sometimes I bounce around a bit, but like at the bottom, I've got a couple little odds and ends that are, if I get to them this week. Things like, I don't know, things like planning the spring break trip for my wife and I. I mean, it's on the list, but it's not the number one thing, but it's one of those things on my list. I'll get to it, but I'm going to go ahead and get things like, for example, I'm going to Kansas City next week. Well, I want to prepare for that trip. That's on my list. Game notes for Perth on my list. Stat packs done. I did some bio updates for Kansas City. Those things have been done. Those are all on my list, and they were more prioritized because they're needed sooner. So I'm just thinking, and I think Keith, you're onto something there. We're going to waste the bucks, put the Senate trial a bit together, or let's go ahead and pass the stuff we got to pass, and then we'll move that down the road. Now, granted, it may not have the same punch. But if the idea is to make sure this man's ruined for life, which apparently that's what they're trying to do, ruin everything, his chance to come back, which is amazing to me. In America, we want everybody wants the comeback story, but they don't want a comeback story. The Republicans don't want him around. It's a mess. I just think all those little intangibles I'm not really worried about. I mean, it's interesting to look at. It's fun to talk about, but I want to look at Pelosi and company and say, look, get the things done you're supposed to get done that you didn't get done 6 months ago. Because I'm one of those ones who 6 months ago, my unemployment government money ran out. I'm one of those folks that was on furlough. I'm one of those folks we have back bills to pay or whatever. I mean, I'm one of those folks. We're not starving. We're fine. We're going to be okay. But still, that's not the point. There are other people hurting worse than we are. So I'm all for it. You want to sit him down the road and Pete, that's fine. Do it. Deserves it. But let's do the people's business first. Let's protect our own first. Let's have your inauguration. Let's get your cabinet set, your nomination set. Let's get our stimulus going. And then we want to get back to this and impeach and throw somebody on the bus. Okay. Then my final reaction is, well, can we just go on? Can we just play on? All right, let's get, because we're only, what, a week away now from being done with being done with this president? I mean, anyway, probably not the most exciting comments. But anyway, that's where I'm coming from. So let's just get the people's business done first. All right, we've had a lot of success in our house with the new Christmas present I got. Of course, I got my birthday present on here, my cool watch. Ooh, oh. And I mentioned my earbuds, my earpods, the wireless ones that my wife got me for Christmas. Really cool. Well, okay. All right, hold on. Yes, it is the people's business, but what priority is it? Is it more important to impeach a president or to pay somebody's bills? I mean, WD-40, what do you think? I agree it is the people's business, but I'm talking about the people's business as in their wallets, not yes, the people's business is on Capitol Hill, yes, but how much do they really do for the people? I mean, do you really believe that? I'm gonna give me anybody on any aisle. Give me Ted Cruz, give me Nancy Pelosi, give me any politician. Do they really care that I didn't broadcast last summer? Do they really care that we lost money by not playing, that the T-Bones lost money by not playing? Do they really care that anybody, is that really something they really genuinely, when they go home at night, they put their head in their pillow, did they get paid? So that's my point. My point is, yes, the people's business is impeachment. I totally get it. But at the same time, let's pass the stimulus first, then let's get that business taken care of. I just think it's a priority on your list. I mean, maybe we're arguing, honey, about what's the most priority thing on your list, prioritized. Like my list today. I got to at some point take care of our trip for spring break. I've got part of it done, but it wasn't the top priority. My top priority was a couple other items, and I've got those done today. Had a Zoom call with Morgan, and we had some iron some things out, and those were things I had to do. For Kansas City, that was more important. I was trying to plan a show for tomorrow for Paul Morgan and I over in Australia. So those are more pressing at the moment. They're on my list, and they're very important, but they're going to get taken care of anyway. Let's see here. Yes. Anyway, okay, let's have some fun here. I want to get to the fun part. And I say fun. My wife does give good Christmas presents. And I mentioned this about a month ago, we were sitting around, 2 weeks out of Christmas. We're watching the Cowboys debacle that Sunday, and probably, they may have won that day, as a matter of fact. And I remember Caroline sitting there, the youngest, and my wife and I are sitting there. And presents were already under the tree. My wife's really good about when she gets them in, boom, she wraps them. She likes to have all the presents on the tree. We did presents Christmas Eve this year. We can debate about that down the road because I don't always agree with that. We did it anyway, so all good. Anyway, that's not the point. But wife does a great job of getting everything going and geared up. Well, anyway, we're sitting around talking. We're looking. I love that time of year. We're sitting at the tree. I'm kicking back. Trees to my right. Presents are around. The cat's climbing all over them. We're just on a good Sunday together. And Caroline lets it slip that, and I don't know how she said it exactly, but she mentioned, and the air fryers. Well, I knew when she said that was what she meant was my air fryer that was for me for Christmas. So I already knew 2 weeks out that I was getting an air fryer for Christmas. Wasn't too much of a surprise. Now, these were a surprise. The earbuds, I don't know what that is. Earpods, the wireless, they were a surprise. The watch, somewhat of a surprise for my birthday, but the air fryer wasn't. So anyway, we get this great air fryer, and dang it, I got to tell you, I was a little skeptical for about a year. We talked about getting air fryer, and I researched them, and we talked about it. We almost pulled the trigger a couple times. Just didn't do it. It just seemed like, I don't know, I for some reason just kept pulling me back. I knew I would get one eventually, but I didn't know anybody that had one. But then I slowly heard a few folks, especially in the pandemic, had bought them. and started doing more stuff at home with the air fryer. The more I heard people talk about them, the more I read about it, the more fired up I got, and we've turned it into a success, a very big success. No, it wasn't that. This is my work list, sweetheart. This is work stuff for the week. This is not Jesus. The prayers came first this morning on my walk. Yep, first shot. Hey, Tracy, good to see you. Yeah, lots of conspiracy theories have started, but about that too, Keith. Although I'll tell you, there's no conspiracy about the air fryer. That dadgum thing is solid. Okay. We first tried it. I don't have photos of this, but I'll tell you what we first tried. Now, I was craving fried shrimp for a while, and I don't dislike fried shrimp. I prefer it more boiled, but I do like fried shrimp. I like fried seafood. Not the most healthy thing, but a fried of the fried foods, the shrimp's probably the best of the bunch. And I made some homemade fried shrimp the first weekend we had it, and I had some panko crumbs, and it was a pretty good attempt. Now I need to work on my own batter. I didn't quite. It was kind of a hodgepodge of batter. The shrimp cooks in 6 to 8 minutes or less, something like that. It cooks like 4 minutes. Turn them over 4 minutes, so 8 minutes. It was good. It was very good. It was solid. I spiced the batter up pretty good, and I haven't battered anything and fried it for so long, so my batter was a little, like I said, a little mushy in some places, but it was fine, and it was fried up fine. Then we did over the weekend, we did wings. I'd read an article about fried wings, air fried wings, and I thought, And I'd read that you can just throw them in the frozen wings, just do frozen ones and put some sauce on them in a hurry, which is great. But I went ahead and ordered on Saturday night. We ordered 4 pounds of 2 packs each, 2 pounds each of the wings, not the super wings I did on the grill for you guys on my show a while back. They're already split. So you got the little drummies and the little other part. And I basically froze them, let them frozen, or actually didn't froze, they weren't even frozen. Pulled them out and did 3 different flavors in the air fryer. And the trick was, and I'm going to give you the trick and I'm going to show the photos. Step 1 for the air fryer, it's a little baking soda or baking powder, baking powder, and whatever it is. For example, I used some of Aunt Holly's spice she brought us for Christmas. I did a Caribbean jerk flavor first. I did my homemade Parmesan, garlic Parmesan, and then a really good garlic buffalo sauce that I kind of did those 3. But the first batch was the jerk seasoning. So I used the jerk seasoning and the baking powder, put in a bowl, all good. Air fryer comes out, and I don't have a picture of the air fryer necessarily, but the air fryer comes out, and it's got this, it's how do I describe it? It's a fry basket, but it's a drawer. It's a drawer that plugs, slide in, slide out. It's pretty convenient. Let me move this here. But yeah, we love ours. I'm telling you. And this is where it really gets pretty cool, because I'm going to show you some pictures in a moment. So anyway, I fire up the air fryer. You got to warm it up. And I think it was at 360, I believe, to get it warmed up for 5 minutes. You warm it up. Again, there's no oil in this thing. There's no oil. It's basically convection, the old school convection of it. There's no oil. Although you can put a little oil in there. I sprayed the little tray or little basket with some non-stick spray, and then layered them, or doesn't layer them, but put them, put the wings in there, and I put them in, the jerk seasoning and the baking powder mix, mixed them all up, stuck them in there. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was 6 minutes. No, I'm sorry, it was 12 minutes. It was 12 minutes. Is that right? I have to look at my notes, but I believe I'm maybe confusing my fried fish with this, because it's a total of 24 minutes. That's what it was. So 12 minutes of one side, and then you flip them, and then you do another 5-6 minutes or whatever, for about 17 minutes or so in this air fryer. Now, it sounds like a long time, but these bad boys came out. Let me show you what they look like. and I'll walk you guys through this here. This would have been, let's see here. I'm going to give you guys batch number. This will be 1, I believe. Let me give you batch 1. So this is batch 1. Let me put this on the screen for you. This one would have been, this had a Caribbean jerk from the Spice House in Chicago, seasoning on it. And it, with the baking powder, and they look like this. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what they look like. And those are air fried wings. It's hard to tell with the sauce on them, but those are crisp. Those are crispy wings. They look like something you get at a restaurant, at a real wing house. I mean, like a real wing place. Buffalo Wild Wings, Hoots, whatever. Well, Hoots has the breading. These don't have breading on them. You just put the baking powder and your seasoning on them. You can put whatever seasoning you want on there. And that was the first batch. First batch right there. And let's go to the next batch here. Oops, sorry. This would be, I'm going to go this way. There we go. This is going to be, this is the third batch. This is going to be a garlic buffalo sauce. And you see how, if you look at those closely on your screen, you can see those are air fried wings, and they look every bit like something you'd see in a restaurant. And again, yes, they see the garlic parm or the bomb. I'll show those in a moment. Let me bring this down so you guys can see a little better. And it's so simple, so simple. This thing, and I can tell you, and I believe, let me see where we're at here. Yep, that's the snow pictures. Hold on. There we go. This is the garlic parmesan. Now this is homemade garlic parmesan sauce. You get a pretty good look right there of the coating. Those were fried for about 17 minutes, roughly. Again, each oven's a little different. You have to, it's if you cooked them 12 minutes and you threw them back in for 5, or cooked them 10 minutes, threw them back in for 4. I mean, it all depends on kind of what you're looking at, but they're going to cook in about 12 minutes. Going to get pretty good and crispy, and the more obviously the longer in there, you need to flip them though. You just take them out, either flip them with tongs, or you can shake the basket, flip them over as well. That homemade garlic parmesan was very simple. It's just Kraft Parmesan cheese, some light, can't believe it's butter, and simply some garlic powder, some black pepper, and some garlic. And that's what garlic parm, no spice to it. Well, no red spice. It's a simple garlic parm. That's what you got right there. And that sauce. But again, when I fried those wings, those were fried in the baking powder, along with garlic, some garlic pieces, and a little garlic powder. And that's all I made for that coating for that one. And that coated and fried it good. Then I put the garlic parmesan sauce right there. So, let's see here. I think I've got a video. There we go. There's a better shot of the garlic parm. There you go. And you get a really good look at that coating. Those are fried chicken wings, air fried. I don't know if I've got the, there it is, a little close up. That's not as good. Let me see if I can get, there we go. There's a good shot. You can see the coating there, the wings, on the sauce on top of the wings. That's just a generic, that was a buffalo sauce. That's all that is, straight Sweet Baby Ray's. That's with the, you can sort of make it out there. You can see the Caribbean jerk there. I don't know if the video will work. Yeah, it may be work. Let's see if it'll work for you guys. Here it is. Come on. Here you go. Here's our video. Here's the wife commenting. There we go. There we go. Let me play it again for you guys one more time here. The wife commenting though, but this is the video. There's the Caribbean jerk. There's a garlic parm, and there is the buffalo garlic, hot garlic right there. And there we go. So that is exactly what we got there for the chicken wings. There we go. Chicken wings. That was the air. Again, the air fryer is so cool. Again, it's really, really cool. And I think it's really, really cool that it's one of those deals where, you know, it sounds like it's a hard deal to deal with, but it's not. It's not that hard. And it's a real simple process. And again, it was, I think 360 is what we put it on temperature wise. I believe it was 12 minutes, and I flipped them and then put it on for another 5 to 6 minutes. And then just to make it a little crispier, I put it to 400 for about 3 minutes just to kind of give it really, really good and crispy stuff. Really good. So there we go. Yeah, the fish and chips last night. See, that's another thing. In a hurry not a hurry, but a quick dinner last night. Take the box, you know, the fish and chips. Everybody likes fish and chips, right? Or you hadn't had them forever. I'd had them forever. Fried fish box, take it out. And we just put it in the air fryer. And I think that took 12 minutes, something like that. It all depends on the air fryer and the capacity. And threw some fries in there and air fried those. And so again, it doesn't completely make it healthy, and there's some debates about that, but it's pretty daggum healthy and drops from, you know, being dropped in a bunch of oil into that. So again, again, if you, I'm telling you, try the chicken wings in the air fryer. Pretty cool. And we're going to do more of those, and I'll actually put a video up on my YouTube cooking channel down the road about that as well. So anyway, we all good. So I don't know if the wife's going to jump on or not, but I don't know if she is. Honey, you jumping on us or not? Oh, she's coming up. Okay, let's bring this down here. I'll get her thoughts on the air fryer, and she's coming up. Entourage, okay. Entourage time. I'm just stalling here, wasting time.
Entourage is behind you.
What's that?
The kitty cat.
Oh, okay. The fish and chips were good, and we will. You all right?
The fish and chips were not good. They were really good.
Okay, hold on.
For a box.
Hold on, just a second there. Hold on. Let's go ahead and do this.
I don't ever get to hear that music.
All righty, there we go. The wife. What's that?
So I don't ever hear that song because I'm on BeLive and you don't.
So the air fryer to me, what I want to say, why we didn't do it sooner? Move this over to the side here too.
I don't know. My guess is that we probably thought they were expensive, but I found them on Black Friday for insanely cheap. And I wasn't going to do it, but I talked to Joy Mall and asked her what she wanted for Christmas, and air fryer was on her list and Maddie's list. So I was like, okay, well, that's a good idea. That's a good, you know, like way to eat healthy at home and so on and so forth. So I just, you know, decided to do that. And so when I found theirs, Amazon was doing like half off. So it was like, dang. I mean, are we frozen?
No, go ahead, keep talking.
I was like, dang, I'll get two of them. So I bought one from them and I bought one for you. But the interesting thing was they ended up being two different brands. So it'd be interesting to see how theirs is working out. They were both the large one. Ours was a 6 quart. I think theirs was 5.7 quart. So they're the biggest ones that, you know, like, you know, just sort of for kitchens, for, you know, regular people. So theirs was, I can't remember what brand it was, maybe Oster, or some other normal kitchen appliance brand, and ours was Corsair. And I've been real happy with the Corsair. The happiest thing that I am about it is it's super, super easy to clean up. Like, it's kind of got non-stick on the two baskets that he was talking about. Plus, they're dishwasher safe. If you don't want to, like, you know, just, you know, scrub them down and then put it right back up, you can put them in the dishwasher, which is really cool. I mean, the machine stays pretty clean. You just have to have it well ventilated. You can't just like leave it up against a wall because it has to vent. So we have a high bar sort of island that we put it on. But yeah, I'm super impressed. I love the shrimp. I liked the wings. Those Parmesan garlic ones I could have eaten those all day long. And then the the fish last night was really good. What I am interested in trying is like fried zucchini, fried pickles, something like that. That's not fried. That
Like, well, we sort of had that with the fries last night because those were, I mean, those are meant to be deep fried. We usually bake them, but I even thought they were better the air fried. I was shocked. I was shocked that we actually we did shrimp. We also did, and I forgot this part. We actually did some chicken strips. The first time, and
those were good.
Those were pretty good too. Again, I haven't got my batter quite right yet, but if you bought them frozen and just threw them in there, but doing them homemade is not. It's a bit of a task, but it's not terrible. But yeah, I'm a little surprised at just how. I was surprised at the wings. The wings, the thing is, a baked chicken wing or a grilled wing or whatever. When I grill wings, they have that. They're not spongy, but they're soft. I mean, they don't have that. Chicken wings watching a game should be crisp, and so wings are supposed to taste like. Now they're not bad on the grill. Don't get me wrong, but I thought they were.
Really good. I like them better in the air fryer.
Yeah, I mean they were really good. I mean they're good either way. Yeah.
I mean, I think about the grill. There's a flavor of the grill, the smoke and all that, which is really good. The smoked chicken. I like the ones that you did that weren't in buffalo sauce on the grill. Maybe it was the jerk seasoning. I don't remember what it was, but it was really good. But they were really good. 2 thumbs up. Two thumbs up to the chef.
Well, good. I'm glad
I'm
you
not
liked
getting
it.
any props for my dinner the next night. The dinner I was in charge of with the turkey.
Oh no, but that's an Eatsies thing, and
I
Eatsies
wanted
is.
to take credit.
No,
for it.
Eatsies is great. He did a great job of going to eat, walking to Eatsies and walking out. That's very good.
Did you see the story of Max running in the baseball fields today?
No, I haven't. I
He
haven't.
was so happy. There was this one right when we went into the baseball field. This morning there was a kid walking to school. So on the other side of the fence, well, Max decided he wanted to give him the what for. So he sprints all the way down almost to the corner. And you know how far that is from the gate. I mean, it's a hike, maybe 40, 50 yards. He sprints down there to pretend like he's going to bark at this kid and then realize the kid didn't even care and comes running back. And I wished I'd had my phone out to video that big long run. It would have been really cute. But I love that when he can smell whatever he wants. And then when he gets too far behind, he looks up and he sees you and he just comes running. It's really cute.
Crazy one, that dog. Crazy one. Crazy one. Well, that's it, man. Again, I got to tell you, the air fryer is a game changer for fat folks like me, because
it's not a game changer for fat folks. It's a game changer for anybody.
But
it's good.
But to be able to make wings like we made over the weekend.
I gotta go check on laundry.
Yes, we've had another issue there. We've had the dryer went kaput today, so we're having to go to the neighbors. We're like knock on the door, going, "Hey, we have." Well, here's the deal. My poor wife started a load or two, started one, and then put the clothes in the dryer. Then started another load, started it, and she realized that the dryer was not sounding and doing right. So, which brand do we get? We got Corsi, I believe it's called. Is the one we got. Corsi, I believe. Let me see if I can look that up. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, Corsi. Let me see if I can find the model for you. It doesn't look like it though. This was. Let me see here. It's Corsair, right? Is it Corsair? I think it's Cosori. Here's the one. Here's the one we have. Let me go ahead and show it to you. If I can do it here. Yeah, here we go. Here's a good picture of it. Let me share this screen so I can show you what it looks like. This is what we got, and pretty solid. Pretty solid. See here it is up on the screen there. That's the one. It's Cosori. I don't know how you say it. I don't know if that's how you say it or not. I think that may be how you say it, but well, there it is on the right. Cosori. And they've got some fancier ones and bigger ones, but this is a nice one for our space and what we got here at the house. And it's got, you see the little dial there. turn dial. Now you got them. They have, you can punch the numbers in electronically, and then that spin dial. And then it's got where the dial is below. You see that there's the name of the product, and there's like a little. You see the black handle below it, and it will just pull out, and it's got the basket. That whole piece comes out with the basket attached to it, and you can take the basket out, wash it separately, and that it's really kind of, and that whole door comes out, and it separates, but it's not hot. It's really, and the amazing thing is too, what I think is kind of cool is that what I think was kind of cool is that when I remember, like for example, yesterday or even the wings, when I did the wings, and I can't remember the recipe called for. Let me see if I can find my notes here, because I'll walk you through the recipe real quick before I get off the air. But the cool thing is, once you heat the thing up, it's not like if you were to do fried chicken wings in the old school fryer, I mean, after a couple of fries, you're going to have to dump that oil and start over again and heat the oil up again, right? It's not the case with this. I remember I used to love to fry okra in my apartment back in the day, and about that second batch, it was kind of a little dirty. That oil gets dirty, and this is not a problem. You don't have to worry about any of that at all. Let me see if I can find this real quick so I can give you guys my notes here. I think this is it right here. Wrote these notes down. Let's see. Yeah, you're going to go 12 minutes, but basically going to set, in this one here, and ours is, and some recipes will call, and you can do 400, 360, somewhere in there. I think I went 360 is what I did. 380, I believe. 12 minutes. You cook the wings for 12 minutes. You flip them, or either turn them or just shake them. But in this case, I just turned them with a little tongue, and I turned it up to 400 for 5 more minutes. So really 17 minutes. And if you want to go a little crispier, you could even go another 5. But that's going to do it. The amazing thing is, when those wings were done, I took them out. I put the new ones in to cook the next batch, and it was it doesn't look like it's hot, but when you put them in the basket, you can hear it starting to sizzle already when you put it back in the air fryer. So it's kind of a cool contraption. But I believe I did them in. I think I did them in groups of 14, maybe. I think that's right. Or maybe it was 12. No, 12. I don't remember. I had to look at my photos to tell you the truth. But anyway, that's not the important part. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to step. Here's the things I'll tell you. If you're going to do wings in the air fryer, baking powder, use that. Number 2, I learned this when I cooked the shrimp the first time. I stacked the shrimp up a little bit, which some of them got. I mean, the shrimp was cooked. It wasn't, but some of it was more crispy than others. I mean, it was just good shrimp. It was good spicy shrimp, but some of it was a little more crispy because when I stacked them, you would cover up some of the other one, and one below it wouldn't be nearly as crispy as the one on top. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to have them stacking up on each other. What you can do is, if you want to, that thing's tall enough, that basket's tall enough, you can put 12 down on the ground flat, and you can lay another 6, 7, or 8 of them on the side. And then when they cook, they do shrink up. And when you do take them out in 12 minutes and you shake them, they all will fit right there, because it does shrink up when they fry. So there is that too. But my tip is, don't stack them. Make sure you lay them. When it tells you lay them flat, or don't lay them on top of each other. Now fries, you can kind of get away with that, but it's something like a wing or a chicken fillet or fish fillet, you want to lay them and not have them stacked. That's the 2 things. With that baking powder, with whatever spice you want to use, is great. I mean, it knocks it out, and it's amazing. Again, the fish and chips last night, frozen, were phenomenal. Anyway, I encourage the air fryer for so that's my take today. That's my show today. The air fryer. Glad you guys stopped by. Much love to everybody. Texas Tech playing tonight against Texas in Austin, and hoops at 8. So we're going to cook a little dinner. Tonight we're going to not use the air fryer. We're going to do salmon burgers tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, Friday we'll test the beer. We'll find out exactly what's going on with the beer. We'll give you a couple of beer tests, and we bought a big box on Amazon. Fresh. We bought a big box of the pretzel rods. We're ready to go. Pretzel rods are back in stock again here at the house. We'll bring 2 beers out, test them on Friday, 5 o'clock. Tomorrow, Paul Morgan and I will do our show, Talking Baseball Australia Live. That'll air tomorrow night, 5 o'clock. Central Daylight Time, 7 a.m. in Western Australia. I believe we'll be joined by Phil Herndon, our mate in Adelaide. He'll be joining us from the Adelaide hub, if you folks watching in Australia on replay. And then also we will have, I believe, an interview with Warwick Saupold, the former Detroit Tiger and former Korean baseball star for the Hanwha Eagles. Will be also a recorded interview with Paul, I believe. So that'll be tomorrow on Talking Baseball Australia Live, baseball's best mate. All right, everybody. Glad you guys stopped by again. We'll be back on and doing it again on Friday, 5 o'clock. We'll test the beers out, get you ready for the weekend. As round 2 of the playoffs. Much love, everybody. Again, let's be better today than we were tomorrow. Let's show love. Let's keep loving everybody, no matter who we voted for. Let's just be better people, better fans, better Americans, better family members, you name it. Let's just show more love, and much love to all you guys. As I like to say, hashtag much love. I need to hashtag that, right? Hashtag much love. Virtual hugs. I'll see you guys on Friday. We'll test some beers out. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night. Recom Tech. Have a great Thursday. We'll see you guys on Friday here in a little virtual happy hour. Let's roll that up, close. There we go. Put up on the screen. Let's roll the close in 3, 2, 1. Love you all. See y'all then.